Hello, I'm Adina and I guide high-achieving men and women create extraordinary lives in loving, ecstatic relationships. If this is something you're interested in, then please keep watching. I wanted to discuss today the topic of love, and specifically self-love, because any good, long-lasting relationship starts from a good relationship that each of the partners have with themselves. I feel there's some confusion when it comes to self-love, and I wanted to start with first what it is not self-love. So self-love is not necessarily painting your nails and taking a bath. That is self-pampering, which is amazing. It's a small portion of the self-love, but self-love goes a lot deeper. Another thing that self-love isn't is, for example, being rude to other people because you are angry and you think like, oh, I'm protecting myself right now and I'll be rude to that person, I'll tell them something. That's not self-love. You're not being very loving towards yourself in that moment and towards the other person. Another important thing that self-love isn't is only doing what feels good to you. Eating pizza every day may feel very good to you, but it's on medium and long term, it's not that good for you. Another thing that self-love isn't is only considering your own good and your own well-being, irrespective of the consequences your well-being has for other people. And here I just want to give the example of a person who let's say for you, well-being is listening to music at 1 a.m. but in loud music. But is that also beneficial for the people around you, for your neighbors? So I feel like when we give ourselves, we also need to pay attention how this giving to ourselves affects other people. So what are a few practical ways in which you can love yourself more? Well, from my experience, going from a person who I used to hate myself and now I do love myself. It hasn't been an easy journey. It's been almost 9 years of healing, self-transformation, a lot of work, inner work I've done on myself. And when I say a lot, it's a lot. A lot of therapy, a lot of coaching, a lot of meditation, a lot of retreats, a lot of all sort of therapies and inner journeys that I've been through. And the most important thing I feel self-love is about is our health. Our health is the most important thing in our lives. Think about it. And think about it like on your body, your mind, and emotional body, and spiritual body too. Because we are not only the body and the mind, we also have emotions, and we are a spirit in a body. So let's think about the health of the physical body. And here I'm considering food. What you put into your body matters a lot. And a lot of diseases that are currently in our world today come from eating not so good foods for you. And of course there are many experts that say, okay, eat this or eat this or eat this. Just for you, know that you should eat what your body thrives on. And this is a very challenging topic, food specifically to speak about, because people have various opinions and there's all sort of studies that say this food is good, this food is good, this is good for you. From my experience, what has helped me the most is going back to the very basic foods, meaning meat, eggs, butter, and pretty much that. I am doing a carnivore-based diet, and I'm not doing this because I like eating necessarily these foods. Of course, there are other tasty foods I enjoy more, for example, pasta or cakes. I like much better those ones. But from my experience, these are the foods that have helped me the most go from a severe burnout to feeling good again. So do your own research. uh, investigate this topic. But if we are to think about it evolutionarily, people used to eat, what they had around them, and we only started cultivating certain foods once we settled down, because we used to be nomadic. Another very important thing for your physical health and also mental emotional, it's sleep. Getting a good quality sleep will help you a lot achieve whatever you want and feel good, actually enjoy your life, not only be in this survival state. And I've had issues sleeping since I was a child. I couldn't sleep well, and sometimes it varies. Sometimes I get a good night's sleep, other times I don't. For example, if it's very hot. So pay attention to what you need to get a good sleep, and put sleep like after the same level with food. So food, sleep. And another one I would say for the physical health would be exercise. Now, I hate exercising. I'm a person who is very lazy. I don't like moving a lot unless it's dancing. But I do exercise because I like how my body feels and how my body looks when I do exercise. So this is something that it's not necessarily something I enjoy. I'm not that kind of person that just, oh, let me go into the park and go for a run. Nope, you won't see me doing that. But I do some sort of weight training and stretching because my body feels much better afterwards, and of course I get toned and I look much better. So consider starting to exercise just a little bit. You can only do like, I don't do long exercises. I only do like 10-15 minutes, maximum 20 minutes, because I told you I'm lazy. I don't like doing it. I only do it because it benefits me. So you need to become aware that becoming healthy is about what benefits you, not necessarily about what feels good. Also, I enjoy not moving my body. I just want to stay all day and read, but when I don't move my body, I start feeling this sluggish, and my body doesn't feel good when I don't exercise. And again, sleep is very important. And now let's talk a little bit about the mental health, because this is what impacts our life the most. The things you think, your thoughts, will convert ultimately into your reality. So becoming aware that your thoughts are determining your reality, it's one of the best things you can do for your life. Let's say you are trying to achieve something in your life, be in a relationship, build a new career, meet new people, get healthier. So you need to start observing your thoughts. What do you think about being healthy? Oh, being healthy, it's hard. This means I won't be enjoying life too much because I need to do this, and this. So your thoughts will determine what you will do and what you wouldn't do. So prioritizing your mental health helps a lot in improving your life. And now let's talk about emotional well-being. So we are emotional beings. Many people say, oh no, I'm very logical, I think a lot before making a decision. But the reality is that many people don't think that much. They don't have critical thinking. They make a lot of decisions based on their emotions. And the problem with that is many people make decisions based on let's say lower frequencies emotions like fear, hate, even anger, and then other people make important decisions in their lives, and when they are on a peak, they say they're very joyful, they're very in this ecstatic state. And from my experience and the things I see working with people, the best decisions are made when you are centered and in a peaceful state. So before making an important decision in your life, calm yourself down, get into your body, release whatever it's there, and center yourself, connect yourself with your being. And for this, I created some short meditations I created special meditations for women and special meditations for men. They are called Magnetic Woman and Confident Man, which you can find them put in the description box below. You can download it for free and you can start doing them once a day. They're very short, like 5 or 10 minutes, and you'll see going back into your body will help you feel much better. I used to be a very, very anxious person. I couldn't do many things because of my anxiety. I was always afraid, what will happen? That is Luna. She's meowing because I think she wants to say hi. So because I was having this anxiety, I couldn't do many of the things I love doing, and it was very hard to push through some things. But once I started moving from my mind into my body, everything started being much easier. Yes, you agree, don't you? She agrees. Okay. So what made the biggest difference in my life was observing my thoughts and stop identifying with them, and then moving into my body. Because you see, your body can only be in the present moment. Your body cannot be in the past or in the future, where most of our anxiety and fear and frustration comes from. So your body can only be here and now. And here and now, it's good. I mean, unless you are in a war or something, then here and now it's okay. It's peace. You have everything you need. I presume that if you're watching this, you are watching it from your home or your office. So you see, life is pretty good. You don't have a lot of problems. But your mind, when you move into your mind says, oh, we don't have enough of this, oh, we should be doing this, da, 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 da. And it's all this, oh, you start feeling overwhelmed. That's why I'm saying that what helped me the most was being more connected with my body. So that's why I created those meditations, which I'm inviting you to download and do them once a day. Another thing that impacts our mental and emotional health is what we consume in terms of content. Who are you following in the social media? What kind of things are you reading? Are these beneficial to you? Do these things bring more peace in your life, or do they put you in a very stressful and overwhelming and fearful state of being? Because listening to the news all day you're not going to be very peaceful and very happy, because the news are not made to make you happy. They're made to put you kind of in a state of fear and anxiety. So pay attention to these things. Sometimes it's better to take a break from TV and from, these online newspapers who don't necessarily tell you about the good things that happen in the world. Because yes, are there bad things that happen? Do people go through a lot of hurt? Yes. And at the same time, there are very good things that happen in the world. And I'm not saying here to not look at the trauma and the hard things that happen. What I'm saying is to observe these things, and also if you can help someone, do it. And at the same time, feed yourself, feed your mind with more positive content, with listening to people who can help you, who can provide tools for you to help you achieve the life you want. So number 2, what helps you be more self-loving is having boundaries and standards in relationships, especially romantic relationships. So the quality of our relationships determine the quality of our life. If you have good relationships, if you have people who love you, appreciate you, give you, are paying attention to your needs, are being admiring in a way of you, then yes, you will feel good. But if you have people in your life who put you down or speak not so good things about yourself, or they don't bring a lot of good in your life, just start paying attention to these people. Some maybe from your birth family, let's say your parents, but you don't, you can put also boundaries with your parents. You don't need to engage with them all the time. And also know that your parents are not gods. So sometimes as children we think about our parents that they are gods, because your life depends on your mother, on your father, or the person who raises you. But they are not gods. They are people. They have their own flaws, they have their own regrets, their own traumas, their own desires, their own unfulfilled dreams, their own struggles, their own challenges. And I'm saying this not to discard any bad thing that someone else would do. I'm saying this just to become aware that they are not perfect. They are just humans as you and I, and sometimes their behavior is not that loving towards ourselves. So standards, it's about getting clear what you accept and what you don't accept in a romantic relationship. And here people have no standards because they accept anything. For example, they accept a person who has, I don't know, various types of addictions, and I'm thinking drugs, alcohol, slot machines, and these are things that will impact you once you go into a relationship with this person. So pay attention to and make a list. What I can accept in a relationship, what I can't accept in a relationship. And notice if the people you meet, are in which category. Boundaries come from saying no. No, I cannot do this. No, I don't feel this is good for me. No, I don't want to do this right now. Just putting this energetic field around you on what you want to do, what you are open to, and what you are not. And boundaries are extremely, extremely important in a relationship. A person without boundaries is like a house that has an open door. That door is always open, it's never locked, it's never closed, and anyone can enter that house. So would you like anyone to enter your house? Because I wouldn't. Like, there are people I invite into my house, there are people who I feel okay with coming into my house, and there are people like, no, you should stay away because I don't want you in here. So it's the same thing with boundaries. Think about how open and how closed is your door. I mean, how easily do you let people in your life and allow them to stay even though they do things to you that don't feel that loving and that good? And when do you decide to say stop? No, I cannot allow this anymore. This doesn't work for me. And what keeps you from saying that, from saying, okay, from closing the relationship with one person? Because relationships, they kind of come and go. There are very few relationships that will stay with you for all of your life. And the most important relationship you'll have for all of your life is the one with you. So prioritize your well-being, and at the same time taking into consideration, of course, how you impact other people. The third thing that will help you improve your relationship with yourself is doing what you say you will do. Having congruency between your words and your actions. Have you ever noticed how it feels like when you say, oh, I will do that, and then you don't do it? Then how do you speak to yourself? And most people are okay, like when you promise to another person, most people will fulfill that promise. But when they promise something to themselves, that's when most of us have issues with. So when you make a promise to yourself, do what you can to fulfill that promise. And sometimes it may take a little bit of a time. It doesn't go everything like this. It's not that fast sometimes. But move forward. You don't need to do it like in a day, but taking small steps towards your goal, towards your desire, is going to make a big difference in a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and let's not say in a couple of years. That's going to make even a bigger difference. And notice how you feel after you do something that you promised to yourself. Because most of the times we discard this. We say, oh yeah, I did that, but it's not such a big thing. Well, celebrate yourself. Say, yeah, I did this, I rock, I'm getting better and better. My life is becoming easier because I am committed to myself and I want to do what helps me. And look, I'm doing it. I mean, I have the proof. I am here. I'm doing what I need to do in order to achieve what I want. The fourth thing that is deeply self-loving and will improve the relationship with yourself is doing the uncomfortable things that will move you closer towards what you want. And I'm going to give you an example. For me, it's very uncomfortable to be here in front of a camera and speak to the camera and recording this video. Like, I don't really like it, but I know that this is what's going to help me achieve the things that I desire and connect with people that resonate with me and help them too. So kind of like pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, even though it doesn't feel comfortable, will have a lot of gains in the medium and long term. Yeah, on short term it doesn't feel good. It's not like here I'm like, yeah, I'm recording this video. No, I don't really enjoy it. I'm sure it will become a more enjoyable process in the future by doing it, but at this moment it doesn't feel that good. But I know I need to do it because this is my next step. So my question would be for you, what do you know that you should be doing in order to achieve what you desire and you're not doing because you're scared, or pretty much you're fearful of going out on a date, calling someone, taking a course, writing something like an article, stop eating bad foods, taking a walk. What is it for you? What is it that pushes you out of your comfort zone and it doesn't feel good in the moment, but afterwards you feel good because it's like, look, I did this. Yeah, I'm so proud of myself. Take a look at your life and see what are you not doing that it's necessary for you to do in order to get where you want and get what you want. If it's health, if it's career, if it's relationship, if it's money. It's not easy, it's not comfortable, but it will pay off. Trust me on this. And the fifth thing that will help you improve your relationship with yourself and feel more loving towards yourself is living your life by your values. I didn't know my values for a long time. I only kind of discovered them in the past 3-4 years. And once I started living by my values, I felt so much better. It gave me this feeling of fulfillment. It was like, yeah, I know who I am and I know what I'm here for. It's strange how values and who you are so connected. And for example, I didn't know a few years ago that health is such an important value for me until I burned out. So I became aware of that because I burned out and I realized, something I'm not doing right. So I need to see what I can change, and then health has become my most important value. Another important value I have is freedom. That's why I'm recording this video right now, because I want a life where I have the freedom to do what I want, when I want it. I want to have the energy, I want to have the resources for me to live that life. Another important value I have is integrity. It's very hard for me to teach about something or speak about something if I haven't embodied it. Basically, that's what integrity means for me at this point. And doing integrity basically also means doing the right thing. like doing the right thing even if it's not necessarily what I want to do. So in order to discover your values, ask yourself these things: where most of my time, energy, and financial resources go? Towards what? What do you do with your time, energy, and money? That's how you'll discover your values. Another question you can ask yourself is like, what are my life principles? On how do I live my life? What do I believe to be true about people, about life, about this world? And another question would be, what is important for you in life? If you were to die tomorrow, what would you regret not having done? For me, for example, I would regret not putting myself out there and not challenging myself so I can see what I'm capable of. At this moment, I'd have no idea. So that's why, because self-expression is another value I have, and also having a positive impact, a beneficial impact in the world, it's another value I have. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone, and I'm recording this video for you, and I'm putting it on in the social media so you can see it, and maybe you get something out of this. So what does self-love mean to you? What things that you do and you feel more loving towards yourself you have in your behavior bag, let's call it like that, and I haven't mentioned here? Please write in the comments below and I'll reply to them. I'm also curious. I'm always curious to find new ways of taking better care of myself so I improve my life. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate your time and energy. And if you found it helpful, please give it a like so other people can find it. And I hope to see you in my next video. And until then, enjoy life, love, and ecstasy.